Hello there YTPC, me again, back with another video. Today I'm doing a YABO and a VR to life with the pipe. Yeah, he's got a pretty cool channel going on, so go check it out if you get a chance. So let's start with this YABO. Got a package here. Let's get that opened up. A bro note. Oh, this one's from Trucking Piper Bob. Thank you very much. Let's see what we got in here then. Because I said in one of my videos I wanted to try some new aromatics. And Piper X1X kindly sent me some, and I've got some more from Bob. So I've got some Blood Red Moon. Cult Blood Red Moon, which is a tobacco I've actually really wanted to try because it's not easy to get hold of this stuff in the UK. So yeah, Cult Blood Red Moon, brilliant, thank you very much, sir. And I have some Capstan Flake Tobacco, so Navy Cut Capstan Flake Tobacco, perfect, thank you very much, Bob. Oh, and we got a some of Bob's plug Team Freedom blend, 50% half H&H Old Dark Fired, 50% Virginia. Now I've got to slice it downwards. You put that, created a, let's have a, cool. Smells good. I don't know if you can see that, it's darker on the bottom. So what we got in the top half is Old Dark Fired. The Virginia's on the top half, and then the Old Dark Fired is on the bottom. Look at the colour in that. God, it smells lovely. Thank you very much, Bob. Seal that up. And now this is a pipe Bob's restored himself, and it is my first Hardcastle pipe. So I'm pleased as punch with that because I've been chatting with a few people saying I wanted to get a Hardcastle. They're a proper old school English, well, British pipe maker, manufacturer, and that is beautifully restored. Check that out, nice rustic finish on it, and the bowls ream to perfection. It's a push fit one with a it's got a stinger in there, but you can pop that out if you want. That's brilliant, thank you, Bob. And he has sent me something that he made himself, a temper made out of some cartridges. It says 36 caliber cartridges. How cool is that? Brilliant. Really neat little bit of craftsmanship that. I love stuff like that. It's going in my pipe pouch. Thank you very much, Bob. You're a gentleman. Ever so pleased. Thank you. Right, so now onto the VR for Life with a Pipe. Now, he asked why life is better with a pipe. Now, me personally, it differs for everyone, I think, but for me personally, I like the sort of solace it brings. You know, we live fast-paced lives now. We work most of the week, get to the weekend, you know, you might get a little bit of downtime for, you know, a couple hours between all your housework, food shopping, all the daily strife of life. But I think pipe smoking is the one thing you do. You really stop and you concentrate on it. You can relax. I mean, you know, if I've been at work all week, I love sitting down with my bourbon and coke. I'll usually have one of my big fat bowls like my Peterson 307, stack that up to the top and sit there and just, you can completely mong out. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. You can, you know, the biggest worry at that point is your tamping, and that don't take much. So, yeah, I like the solace it brings, but also I've always been interested in things that are old and history, things like that, and you know, pipe smoking's not really well, it's not out there as much as it used to be. Like, you know, it sort of died off. I think it was around the 60s and 70s. I couldn't tell you for definite because I wasn't alive then. But yeah, I know some of you older boys now are going, "You lucky fucker," showing me age. But yeah, no, I've always liked things to do with history, and pipe smoking always sort of interested me. I used to see it and I used to be like, oh, that's actually cool, but you know, I used to be a little bit shy to try it because I thought, oh, what if people like take the piss out of me because I'm doing something that no one else is doing? And then as you get older, you know, all that sort of stuff you don't really care about anymore. It all goes out the window, and you think, you know, well, I'm going to do what I want to do because it's my life. So yeah, I remember when I picked up a pipe from the first time I sort of smoked it out in public, I was a bit hesitant. I was like, oh, people going to say something, like, and to be fair, most of the feedback I got was really positive. People said like, oh, I haven't seen that in a long time, like, you know, and they were more interested in it rather than anything negative to say about it. So yeah, it's the history side of it as well. You know, I think back in the day, you know, 40s, 50s, even back to World War One, cigarettes, like ready rolled cigarettes, were available for the upper class. I think the working class sort of had roll ups or tobacco pipes, and you know, I think back then people had a lot more sort of time to, obviously they worked a lot harder, mass poverty, like all, well, worldwide, not just in the UK, but, and I suppose America was the same. But you know, they'd work hard, but then, like, you know, their home life was different. They'd rear animals and grow their own food, and you know, all of that sort of stuff. And a lot of the time in the pictures you see, they'd be doing it with a pipe in hand. I mean, even small kids. I saw a picture of a child the other day, just had been working down a coal mine, and I mean, Christ, he looked no older than about 6 or 7, and he's there with a tobacco pipe in his mouth. You know, it took the edge off, and some things don't change. Like at the end of a long week, or you're feeling stressed out, it takes the edge off. So you know, even though pipe smoking isn't as prevalent nowadays, if that's the right word, you know, its effect is still the same. And it took me to find a pipe and pick one up and start smoking it to realise that. And you think cigars are nice and cigarettes are alright, you know, if you like them, but they're designed for just to smoke quickly and then throw away. It's like the fast-paced version of smoking, isn't it? To keep up with the fast-paced life. Well, let's have a quick fag, get my nicotine here, and then I can carry on with what I was doing, my work or my home life or whatever. Whereas a pipe, you stop, you slow down, you get a chance to relax. And don't get me wrong, you can take it out on a walk, you could use it while you're working, but sometimes if you do want to sit down with it, which is how I like to smoke my pipes, I like to sit down, be completely chilled out, and then you're into it comes into its own. It's something which yeah, it completely relaxes me, and in terms of, you know, not just the smoking a pipe, the YTPC and there's multiple Facebook groups as well. There's the Gentlemen's Pipe Smoking Society on Facebook, UK Pipe Smokers, UK Pipe Smoking Club. There's loads, and you know, the people you meet in the YTPC and on those Facebook groups, there's no animosity, no question stupid, because we've all started out like with the same sort of questions. So it's really sort of good in the fact everyone's just gives each other a leg up. I mean, you know, if someone's down, we all pick each other up. And I mean, look at me. All I did was mention I have a bad back, and I've had 2 people, out of the kindness of their own hearts, send me some bits and pieces. And you know, and then I had Carolina Rose, even though she was all the way in the States, she said, "Well, I can't send you tobacco, but is some cash to get the tobacco tin you want in the UK." And you know, she found, just to put a smile back on my face, she found a way around the import sort of duty tax thing, however you call it, you know, just to put a smile back on my face and cheer me up. And you know, even in day-to-day life, it's not often you meet people like that. I mean, I've never really had, like, I could count on one hand my really good friends, and I've probably got about 3 really, really good friends, but the amount of good friends you make in the YTPC is inconceivable. There's so many channels and there's so many nice people. You know, I've met, and you meet people from all over the world as well. It's brilliant. I mean, if I up sticks and thought, sod it, do you know what, next month I'm gonna go, if I had the money, I'm gonna up sticks, go to America on holiday. I mean, I could probably throw if I had a dart and a map of America and I threw a dart at it, wherever it landed, I could probably go there and meet a pipe smoker off the YTPC off YouTube and be like, I know you from this place, I know you from that place, you from the other places. So yeah, it's brilliant, you know. I mean, and it's the same, it's vice versa, you know, if anyone ever came over to the UK or what have you, like, they'd be able to say, oh, you know, like, I've seen your YouTube channels, you fancy like going for a beer and a pipe smoke or whatever, and you'd be like, yeah, alright, like, and you know, it's brilliant. But I do like the fact there's no animosity or bullying or anything like that. I mean, you know, you go to a pub on a Friday, Saturday night, it only takes one wrong un, doesn't it, to have too much to drink or too much to sniff, and yeah, all hell breaks loose and people fight and aren't very nice to each other. Whereas you're not going to get a load of pipe smokers throwing pipes and tobacco at each other unless they want you to smoke it. But yeah, so that's why that's why I like why my life is better with a pipe. And you know, I suppose there's some people that are the same as me, and I suppose there's some people that think differently, but that's my personal sort of why my life is better with a pipe. Anyway guys, I'm coming up to 15 minutes and I've rabbited on for far too long, stuttering and spluttering. I've still not got this presenting thing down to a T, I tell you. But Trucking Piper Bob, You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you very much. Thank you to all the YTPC who have helped me out over the last couple of weeks. You've really got me through a difficult spot, and you know, you really put a smile on my face. It means the world to me. And I hope that wasn't too much of a stuttering and spluttering video, but thank you very much. God bless and stay smoky.